Okay. Hey everybody. This is Tiger 416 here, aka Devon Harris, and I was outside meditating today, and I wanted to do some channeling because I have a Teparu here. I have an ancestor with me right now, and you all know him as King Tut, and he wants to speak on behalf of he wants to speak on behalf of the mentally and physically disabled, because he was once disabled himself. So here I go. Tutenkahmen, Tutenkahmen, Tutenkahmen. Greetings everyone, I am Nesud Tutenkahmen. What I would like to address is the issue of able-bodied people discriminating against what we would say in ancient times, the lame. But today, in your modern world, you say handicapped, physically challenged, mentally challenged. What I want you to understand is that I represent my aunt. And on behalf of her, I say, this is wrong. This is disrespectful. You shouldn't do this. This is what you would call blasphemy. These are souls too. When Devon brought this to our attention, we were deeply saddened because he was hurt by this, and we were too. So I became the speaker on his behalf to speak to the handicapped people and let you know that your ancestors, we are here with you. We're not ignoring you. Whether you're physically handicapped and you're able to maneuver certain parts of your aspects of your body, and we are here for the mentally, for those that can only speak with their eyes and make noise. And just because someone can't talk as much as me, you, Devon, or any other person would, we all have our ways of expressing language. This is wrong on so many levels. You should not discriminate. Have you not learned from the modern ancestors before you? What is wrong with you people? excuse my passion, but when I hear things like this hurts me so. Have you not learned from Dr. Martin Luther King that you should not judge someone by the color of the skin, but by the content of their character? And I want to say this to include, you should not judge someone because of their mental or physical condition. These handicapped people that these parents raise are teachers. They are your teachers. They are your musicians. They are your doctors, your karate and policemen. You even have some today that are handicapped that practice the African way, the Kemetic way, the Yoruba way. They're here. Devon just happens to be the first among you, and you should respect that. Yes, he is Starseed, but he is also Kemetic, for he has a connection to us as Egyptians. Why? Because he chose it. And he was once me. And we have the same arrogance, the same mentality, but he is learning from me and I am learning from him. In different yet many ways. This is painful. This is wrong. If your ancestors, such as Dr. King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey were here, he wouldn't want you to discriminate those. He wouldn't want you to discriminate against those who are mentally and physically disabled. These children and adults who are handicapped, these are very powerful people. These are what white people would consider to be angels, and we would consider them your ancestors. So as he's spoken about on his Facebook page the night before, that handicapped people, whether mental or physical, they should be treated with love and respect. If you don't mind, I would like to speak from the Pan-African perspective for a minute. Do you not know that it is the elected colleagues, the elected colleges that want you to discriminate not just amongst yourselves as able-bodied people, both black, white, etc., but they also want you to discriminate against the crippled, the handicapped. This is not right. Do you not realize that there are celestial energies coming down to earth, helping people? Have you not learned anything yet? What is wrong with you people? You should be helping one another, not harming one another physically and emotionally. There was an incident that happened in New Orleans. It wasn't reported on the news, but a handicapped person got shot down by a police officer. And he was homeless. This is never talked about. This hurts me so. Why are you doing this? Pharaoh Tutenkahmen is not happy. If you love, my last message is to the black people. If you love yourselves, you should love the handicapped as well. Carry my art within you. We don't see that. Carry love, balance, and truth. The most important out of all of these laws is love. But yet, you carry the ignorance that the elite has feed you. You carry ignorance. Why? And just to let you know, I wasn't born handicapped. I had my feet cut off in a war, so it made me handicapped. I had to have people carry me. And now that I'm no longer present on Earth, I can now walk in the astral plane, and people respect me. And they show me a lot of love. I'm friendly with everyone. And I'm easy to get along with. But when I see things such as able-bodied people discriminating against the handicapped, for heaven's sake, discriminating, period, it's just wrong. It's defilement towards my art. This is wrong. You are breaking the laws of the earth. They were placed by my art for a reason. You should love and respect one another as humans, whether you walk or you are limited and bound by wheelchair, walker, crutches, etc. You all have gifts. They should each be cherished and shared by you people. Needless to say that we are all one. I am Nesut Tutenkahmen. I am King Tutenkahmen. And with that I say, Hotepu. Okay, I'm back. Wow. He felt pretty mad. That we're being discriminated against. You know, and just like I said in my video, it's wrong. Um, I should have said this before in the beginning of my video. This video is going to be pretty long because I have some other entities that want to speak. We just had King Tut speak. Now we're going to have Khonsu and Pharaoh Hapi speak. Yes. Who's up next? Khonsu? Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna drink some water. That was a lot. Channeling, y'all gotta understand, man. Like channeling takes a lot out of me. You know, the energy. You know, my breath. It makes my tongue dry. So when other people speak through me, it can take a lot out of you. So hold on. Alright. Okay. I am Khonsu. I am the god of the night sky. My message is about love towards the handicapped. Or should I say, the physically and the mentally disabled. Do you have peace and love towards one another? My message to the people of Kim, the black race. I, Khonsu, want to know, when will you wake up to the truth of love and accept everyone for who they are? We've been waiting to speak for centuries. We tried to communicate with you, some here, but you do not listen. So we want to say this. There is a lot of psychological programming going on in the world. Our question is, when will you break free? Love and knowledge dominates ignorance. You've been taught that on this planet ignorance is bliss. So the white man or the Roman or the European that settled in, the pilgrim that settled in America, told you that everyone should have a difference of opinion. Not to say that these things don't matter, but there comes a time when you have to stop acting like babies and grow up. And when we say grow up, we also mean grow your mind up. so that you can have a higher mind and love the people before you, yourselves and the handicap, for the handicap are you. Let me explain something to you. There are things that you can do that the disabled can't. And there are things that the disabled can do that you can't. But the lesson that I want you to learn is this. Find out from the handicapped people what you can learn from them that you haven't learned. That this is part of your awakening. This is sad for us to hear such discriminatory things. Is it not part of your philosophy that if you can't say anything nice, do not say anything at all? This is Devon. We're going to keep going. The only thing that Khonsu has to say is pay attention to not just the elderly, but the young and the handicapped too. The disabled. Pay attention to them. Listen to them. Even if they can't talk verbally. The body has a language. The body has a language. The body has a language and it speaks. The key is for you to listen and understand. So, even if it's just a bunch of noise to you, listen to them with the eyes. And you can do something so simple. And they can do something so simple as saying yes and no. Love not just yourselves, everybody, people. Love not just the elderly, but the handicapped people too. The handicapped can be just as ignorant, but that is only because they want to feel just as human as you.
Hello?
They have lives too.
Hello?
I am Netaru Khonsu, and I say Hotep. Okay. My throat is dry once again. Okay. Alright. The last channeler, the last entity we have for me to the last entity that we have for me to channel that wants to come in is are you still there? The last entity that I have for me to channel is
Hello? Okay.
my mom.
I'm in my car.
Okay. Sorry about that. The last entity that I have that wants to give a message is Pharaoh Hapi. The god of the Nile, as well as the god of androgeneity, and a little mini message from Tahuti. He wants to jump right in and say his piece. Love is the answer. That's it, Tahuti? Love is the answer. Okay. Alright. Finally, last but not least, we have Pharaoh Hapi. Yes, I am your Egyptian god, Hapi. Why is there discrimination amongst the handicapped? This shows a lot of things. There is violence in the world. There is contamination in the world. The last thing we realize is you have contamination within yourselves. Do we want discrimination against the lame? Should they be treated any different? We say, nay, nay. My African people in America, love the handicapped. There are babies who are handicapped, and they don't necessarily have to be black. We love those that are a different race and color too, for we pay attention to the soul, the spirit, and mentally the character of that handicapped person and adult and child. Everyone deserves love. Everyone needs love. The door of Davy Hawkins is closing. I would like to give you a prophecy. The door of Davy Hawkins is closing. I say yet again. He used to be public. Now he comes as private. And it's going to be like this for a few years. He's going to be out and in and out. And then, after the eye is through sleeping, it will open again. And he will do our work. This, I stress this to say this. He is one of your teachers, and he should be respected. Hapi, and we love you, but we want you to love the handicapped too. When Devon cried on the outside, we felt it on the in, and we were there to comfort him, and we told him, do not worry. For we will take care of you. And speaking of sin, Devon, we call him Haru. Speaking of our sin, Haru. And for those of you that don't know what the word sin means, S-E-N, it means brother in Kemet. This young man is a very powerful man. You may laugh at him now, but someday you as the human nation will have no choice but to respect him. He is a king among other kings. He is a very wise king, a very loving king, a very caring king, a very proactive king, I should say. And we love him just as well as our fellow teachers. He will be a great musician. People will love his music. Some people won't. Some people will say it is too controversial. At least that is what the elites will say. Some will understand his motives. Some won't, and then some will just think he's crazy or out of his mind. He's facing that today. And so we want you to know, respect the lame, the crippled, the handicapped. Respect and love them. For if you don't, you will receive karma for hurting the handicapped. I am the Netaru God Hapi. I say, Dua in Hotepu. Alright. I'm done. I'm very tired. Alright, guys. Remember, put 3 stars in your heart. That's love, knowledge, and wisdom, and love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how in the world are you going to love somebody else? I'm very drained right now. Do what Utapano? They say they told me you're welcome. I'm glad they all came in my defense today. Yay! So, like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell me what you think. Did you feel their messages? That's it, guys. I'm done.
Peace.